Hello everyone, welcome back to FUT FM with West Ham United, and in this episode we are going to open a new kind of pack. It's a 50k pack that we're opening. Now I am slightly bending the rules. At the end of last episode I said we'd open a 50k pack because we're in the top 10 of the league. Now unfortunately we did drop down to 12, but only because we're playing on a Sunday, so I'm not going to let that technicality get in the way of a promise. We will be opening a 50k pack. But before we do that, I do just want to say, if you are enjoying the series, do let me know in the comments if you've got thoughts or suggestions. At the moment we're getting about half as many views for this series as we are for the Newcastle one, which is understandable because it's much further along. But I'd just like an indication, if you guys are enjoying this, do let me know, like the video or drop a comment on it. And if there is enough support, I will keep the series going. At the moment we're doing 2 episodes of this and 5 of Newcastle each week, but if you'd rather I did 7 Newcastle, just let me know and I'm happy to change things. If you want a different kind of series, let me know. But otherwise, let's open our 50k pack, see if we can get a really good player. At the moment I'm quite happy with the squad, so I'm not looking to bring people in. I think we can do quite well with the team that we've got. A win today would take us right up the table, up to 8th. So hopefully we can get a good win away to Watford, who are struggling down in 18th. But if we get a decent player, I'll bring them in. If not, we will carry on with a strong team that we've got at the moment. So let's open our pack. As I said, we're on a 50k player pack because at the end of last episode we're in the top 10, might not be now. Not quite at the level of 100k pack. Remember that requires being in Champions League places, so we might get there. But let's open our 50k player pack and see how we do. So nobody. Oh, William Carvalho. I was about to say nobody jumping out at me, but William Carvalho just did. Otherwise, not too many great players. I maybe could bring in Gabriel Paulista. I think he's a decent centre-back. William Carvalho would be the other one. We can maybe take a look at Castillejo and Mariano. But otherwise, I'm not too fussed around the rest of the players. I don't want to disrupt the squad harmony too much. We are in a good position at the moment. So let's have a look at these players and see who we want to bring in. So in the end, I did decide to bring in William Carvalho because he's just too good to turn down. He's currently valued at 31. That's jumped up from the 18 million he was before we signed him, but he's a 4-star player. No doubt that he will be our first choice in the midfield positions. We also brought in Paulista because he's a very strong player compared to, for instance, Reece Oxford, who was starting most of the games. Reece might have the better potential, but Paulista is by far and away the best defender. But in order to make room for these players, I am taking a one-in, one-out approach. We're going to let Mauro Zarate go because I just don't think we need as many strikers as we've got. So he is gone. Second time he's left West Ham. We're also going to let Kiko Olivas go. He might not be a defensive midfielder, but I just don't think at 2 stars he's going to get in the team. You can see his ratings are dropping, so he is gone. And that means that the 2 players we brought in have now been made available by 2 players going out. Hopefully we can register them, get them into the team. We do have a lot of foreign players, which makes registration quite difficult, but then we'll jump into the match against Watford. Registration is quite difficult, so I'm also going to let Mario Rui go, because as you can see, Tagliafico and Maxwell can play there, as can Kolasinac, and he's not really bringing anything to the team. He's not played yet, so he is also going to go, and that will mean that we can register Carvalho. There he goes. And if we look at the squad registration, that should just do the job. There we go. Everything's done. Carvalho's in the team. We are good to go. For the team today, not too many changes from what we've had before. In fact, I don't think we've changed almost at all. Carvalho is on the bench. Delph, who's now registered, is also on the bench. And Paulista is sitting this one out. He's still not registered. So we might... I think there is still some trimming down to do. There's 3 players not currently registered. I think the squad is maybe a bit too big for what we've got, so I will have a look at who else we can chop. But for right now, this is a team that we're going for. Not too many changes. I think we could get a good result away at Watford. Full disclosure, guys, I did have a couple of drinks before recording this episode, so if you catch the occasional slur, that would be the reason why. But it's just a sign of how committed I am to getting these videos to you every day. If you're as committed to this series and this channel as I am, do drop a like on the video or subscribe to the channel. It really does help us get to more people. I promise to keep getting the videos up every day, but I need the support from you guys to know that you're interested in the series and the stuff that I'm putting out. So subscribe if you can, if you haven't already, and if you have, drop a like on the video to let me know you're enjoying it. Igalo's been played through from midfield. He's through on goal and he's put it in the top corner. I really didn't think he'd score from there, but he has, and Watford are ahead. Campbell's cut out the ball. Now Rashford out to Vieto. Rashford making the run into the area. Vieto still going, finds Pato, and there is Rashford to finish it for our equaliser. This is quite a disappointing draw. It might be a draw away from home, but I think we should be beating Watford, so I'm quite disappointed to only take 1 point, especially when we were so good today. Well, Ezekiel Karuti has come to me and said he's unhappy at not having enough playing time. He's currently my third choice right winger, and we were looking to cut the squad. So I'm going to let him leave, which is a little bit sad because he has been decent when he has played for us. He's not been too bad at all, but yeah, I think if we're looking to trim the squad, if somebody's unhappy, they've got to go. So off goes Karuti. So with the other side of the international break, and after letting Karuti go, we are able to start Gabriel Paulista in this game. Musa Sow has also come in on the left wing, otherwise not too many changes. We are at home this time, so I'm expecting a better performance than we had against Watford. We are playing another W team in West Brom, so hopefully we can get the points today and move up to the table. I want to be in the top 10 by the end of this episode, get another 50k pack at the start of next episode. Kolasinac finds Campbell. Now Vea on the edge of the area scores a great goal right into the top corner. We're 1-0 up. Jakob sends Fletcher on the run. He's picked out Morrison in an ocean of space and Kune saves, but Rondon is there to touch it home and we're pegged back. Free kick for West Brom's put in and there's Nyon and the ball's come through to Evans who touches it home and we've somehow been pulled back to 2-1 down. Musa Sow wins the header now. Troy Deeney. Ball's come for William. Ball put over and Pato's in there and Pato with a first touch has touched it home. We've got the equaliser after 88 minutes. Another disappointing draw, but it could have been much worse. A 2-1 defeat really would have hit us hard. You can see morale already dropping a little bit, but we're still up in 9th position at the moment. Had we won that game, we really would have gone up the table. So a little bit frustrating, but it could have been worse. Well, it's a big game away against Inter Milan, probably the biggest game of our season so far. You've got to enjoy the big European nights when you can. We haven't done very well against the big teams so far. I think this tactic is maybe a little bit gung-ho, which leaves us a little bit vulnerable on the back. And as you can see, William Carvalho is actually having to start in the centre of defence because we have so few players who are able to be registered in this position. We've also got 4 suspensions right now. All of which are defenders, which doesn't help. So we're in a bit of dangerous territory. This could get a little bit embarrassing if we concede early on. So we need to make a good start and we need our strikers to get back on form. Free kick for Inter. Perisic finds Mario. He sends the ball over to Miranda. It's tucked in and there's Perisic and that looked like a training ground move and we're 1-0 down. Medell's slipped the ball in and Icardi's been allowed in on goal and scores a great one. He's just lifted that over the hand of Kune into the bottom corner and we're 2-0 down and I think we probably are going to lose this match from here. Icardi sends the ball wide and Jovetic is in behind the defence and Kune just allowed himself to be pulled too far across the goal. The ball sent across him and we're 3-0 down. It's getting a bit embarrassing now. A very clear result that we can have no complaints about. We weren't good enough today. I think Inter just hit our defence quick and hard. In the end of that match, we were actually playing 2 centre midfielders at the centre-back position because Paulista got a chest injury. It means we're second in the group. We're still going to go through into the knockout stages. I have no doubt about that, but hopefully we can overturn Inter when they visit our stadium. Hopefully we have a few more defenders back from suspension and should be able to put on a stronger challenge than we did today. Things aren't getting any easier with a home match against Chelsea in the Premier League now. We have at least got our defence back in position, so Paulista being paired with Omaruo and Munir and Tagliafico come back in the fullback roles. Otherwise, we've got Deeney partnering Vieto up top and Piatti is going to start on the left. I think it's his first start for the new Piatti, this one from Toronto instead of Valencia. But I'm not filled with hope. We're on a poor run of form in this episode and we need to break the rut if we can, but I'm not sure it's going to come against Chelsea. Free kick from Vea. Chipped inside Tagliafico to Omaruo and we're 1-0 in at the far post against our rivals Chelsea. 1-0 up. Vieto's picked the ball up from Kune's long kick and Piatti finds Deeney. There's men over. Here's Vea. People in the middle and Piatti has scored. His first goal for the club puts us 2-0 up and we might be coming back to form in the best of ways. Fabregas's corner sent straight in there. Hazard with the header, but I think it's Costa's goal. We're 2-1 up. We got half an hour to see out now. Courtois sends the ball long, but there is the full-time whistle. We've managed to beat our rivals Chelsea at home. A very good win for the team, and it does send us up to 8th place, 9 games into the season. We're still in and around the European places, so we can have no complaints with how this season has started so far. Well, a little bit of transfer news for you. Yunus Belhanda was unhappy at the club. I thought I'd have a risk at seeing if we could get him on the transfer list. And we have managed to do that. He's going to Stoke for £7.5 million. He's worth twice that. I think his current valuation, 13.75 million. So 7.5, not too bad. It's better than just releasing him on a free. It means he's in the squad and we can't just terminate his contract now. We're stuck with him till January. But it does help our finances a bit. As you can see, the balance has gone way down because our wage budget is well over what it should be. So we'll bring a bit more cash in, help the finances, and hopefully set us up a little bit better if we can sell a couple of other players before January. Maxwell has come to me and said he's unhappy. Now, when I offered to sell him, he said that he wanted to fight for his place in the team. I don't think he's going to get a place in the team. We've got Kolasinac who can fill in at left back. And Maxwell at the moment is earning £110,000 a week. He's got no valuation, so there's no point in selling him. So I'm actually going to terminate his contract and free up the wage budget by quite a big chunk. There he goes. He is gone. He didn't really play for us. 5 games. I suppose not too bad. But with Telefonico able to fill in at left back, we've got no real use for him. And Kolasinac can also play there. As can Belter, actually, who's not really played for us that much. So maybe he can now be registered for the team, as can possibly Peruzzi, which would give us a proper squad where everybody is registered. But the game today is against Sunderland. And as you can see, the team for this, I will just do a quick pick to get Oxford into the subs bench, is Pato on the left, Vey on the right, Vieto being partnered by Musa So up front with Campbell and Bradley in the centre. Back four pretty much unchanged with Kune in goal. Free kick from Tagliafico, straight into the wall, but Gabriel Paulista cleans up, sends it into the area. Vieto's in there. It's come for Bradley, now Campbell to Pato. Back out to Campbell. Now Tagliafico on the left, swings the ball in. Musa So's there, and we're 1-0 up after the hour mark. Pato picks up the ball on the left flank, sends it inside to William Carvalho. There's Troy Deeney into the top corner, and that's surely the 3 points, their second win in a row, all wrapped up. Oh, Olsen's put the ball in there. I didn't expect that to go anywhere. That happened so quickly. The highlight just started with the throw-in, but Watmore has scored, and we've got 5 minutes to hang on. Januzaj picked the ball up. He sends it in first time, and Watmore has scored again. 2 goals in the last 5 minutes have cost us. We're going to throw away 3 points. There it is. We've absolutely thrown away the points today. There's no excuse for that. That was just unacceptable. We have still maintained our 8th place position. I don't think we would have overtaken Spurs with a win. But that's so frustrating. We could have done so much better in this episode. We've dropped points where we shouldn't have dropped them. If we'd won the 3 games that we drew in the league, we could have picked up an extra 6 points, which would actually put us in the Champions League places, and we could have opened a 100k pack next episode. As it is, we're in 8th place. It does mean another 50k pack in the next episode, but we've still got 1 match left to play, and it's a home against Inter Milan. It's a straight shootout between us and Inter Milan for the top spot in this group. I feel like if we beat them today, we will go above them, which means that we're probably in the best position to win the group. I can't see us losing against the other 2 teams. So we do actually have a full-strength defence with us. We've got Kolasinac on the left, Tagliafico in the centre, Paulista and Munier back in there. The rest of the team is pretty much as you would expect. Carvalho is getting a start as our ball-winning midfielder. Otherwise, the front 4 is as strong as it probably gets without Rashford in there. So I'm hoping we can put on a much better performance than we did away in Italy. And if we win this, we will surely wrap up top spot in the group. Throw from Munier, finds Deeney. He can put the ball across. It's come back for William Carvalho. Munier again, inside to Troy Deeney, and we have got the lead now. We've been banging on the door in this opening 15 minutes, and we have broken it down. Oh, Icardi's been played over the top right from kickoff after we took the lead. That was just no time to record a highlight. The ball just chipped over the top and Icardi's put it in for 1-1. Vea's corner, far post, ball rolling around, it's come for Dini. Dini can put it, but cross in, and there's Pato, and Pato has scored. And there's been 3 goals in 3 minutes in this match. We're 2-1 up. Icardi turning the defenders, and Jovetic has been released on the left. And there's Barbosa, and we have received a sucker punch with 15 minutes to go. We're pegged back to 2-2. Jovetic in on the left, the ball's come for Icardi, and it's rolled in. I don't even know what happened there. We've gone 3-2 down with 2 minutes to go. What a frustrating run of matches. The only match we've won this episode was against Chelsea. There is no way we deserved to lose this match. We were so much the better team. That is absolutely ridiculous that we've managed to lose there. We're now just 1 point ahead of Konyaspor. Oh, what a frustrating episode that's been. It had so much promise as well. Those 2 matches against Inter really screwing us. The victory against Chelsea may be the saving grace, and we were unbeaten in the league across this episode. We've got some good games in the league still to come, so maybe not too bad a performance. We've now played most of the big teams in the league, and we're in a good position. It's a good run of games now until we have to play City, really, and then United and Liverpool. So that's a halfway point of the season there. So if we can get a good few wins in the league, we will climb the table, maybe into the European places. But, wow, what a frustrating end to the episode. We really should have beaten Inter Milan. I can't believe we haven't. But that will be all for this episode. If you've watched to this point, thanks so much for watching. I do really appreciate when you guys do watch to the end. As always, subscribe if you can, drop a like on the video. Let me know if you've got any thoughts down in the comments. Maybe there's something that's changed in the team from that brilliant and entertaining football we had at the start. It's starting to go downhill a little bit. Just 2 wins in our last 9 matches is not great. But until next time, see ya.